right, hi there, Loy Machedo Sweeney from loymachedo.com, who is Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding. Just wanted to give this quick video on this article that has come from Memo Middle East Monitor. Now, in all fairness, what I'll do is I'll try to give you I'll not only read the article, I'll give you my thoughts in between, so you can tell me if what I'm saying is right or wrong. Okay, and I'll also play the devil's advocate, whereby I'll assume that this is a fake article and they're just trying to attack the UAE. Okay. So what it says here, the headlines: Israeli sex tourism is a fruit of normalization with the UAE. It's dated 5th January 2021. So here it shows a screenshot. An Israeli man presents his passport for control upon arrival from Tel Aviv to Dubai, UAE on 26th November. Okay. So what it says here: it's hard to believe the testimonials of Israeli tourists returning from the UAE, in which they have described Dubai as the Las Vegas of the Middle East. Dubai is the Las Vegas of the Middle East. The primary reason being is there is alcohol. Okay. There is gambling. For those, I don't know if you're aware of this. There is this, I think, Queen Elizabeth, the ship. If you go there, there are gambling slots over there. In fact, the island that is coming off, what is that place? Where the beach is near Burj Al Arab area. There's a giant wheel. I don't know if that's the right location. There's a giant wheel that is coming up there. It seems because that is off the mainland, they can use laws that are not UAE based. Okay. So there it seems they're going to have a major gambling hub, slot machine. And also, for those of you who are not aware of this, these boats, these yachts that go off the waters of UAE, there are plenty of rich people who have plenty of money who go there to gamble and because it's a private party and they're gambling over there. And I know this because one of my friends was there. Not friends in the sense he shares information with me. He told me that this is what they do there. I've also, when this Indian, she is a female of Indian origin who's in the porn industry, who visited Dubai. Her name starts with S. When she had come down to Dubai, she had a strip dance naked session. I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about. And I saw one of the videos. I saw a video clip. I saw some photographs. And obviously, I didn't want to share that because I was told not to. This is only for my eyes. So all this happens. Now, let's not act like, oh, shit, yeah, what rubbish. And people say, fake news. Say, listen, just go to Dera. Go to Bur Dubai, go around 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, where these bars and pubs are open. In fact, go to Jumeirah. You'll see enough and more girls for sex. I mean, why are we acting like we are surprised? In fact, my friend who is an American, he told me that when he went to Dubai Mall and he sat down to have a cup of coffee, a Russian girl just came and sat down, without even taking his permission. And how are you? And I'm looking at you, and he is like, yeah, you continue looking, just fuck off. Why are you sitting next to me? Why are you a gay? And he was like, what do you want? She's saying, I like you. So, and then I've even had instances where people, when they've gone for shopping, girls are following them. So girls have become slightly bold ever since Israel has been allowed into UAE. And this is not to say that that makes UAE bad. I, for one, I believe these are consenting adults. They are free to do what they want. In Dubai, I had so many girlfriends, and whenever I wanted to have sex with one of them, it was much more safer to book in a 4-star or 5-star hotel. You can go to TripAdvisor and Agoda.com and get hotels that offer you a special discount, 50%, 60%, 70%. And now with this COVID pandemic, I think hotels are really offering rooms for cheap. So just for, let's say, 500 dirhams a night, you can, have the privacy that you need. I've slept with so many girls that way. So I don't know why are we acting like this is false. Dubai is the Las Vegas of the Middle East, and it prides itself in being that way. In fact, for those of you who jump the Islam and Sharia bandwagon, Sheikh Mohammed participates in horse racing. Horse racing is gambling, and it's not. There's nothing Islam about it. What happens in the nightlife? What happens in nightclubs? What happens with bars and pubs? There's nothing Islam about it, and alcohol is also being served. There's nothing Islamic about it. So let's stop acting as if Islam is being followed in the UAE. So, this is specifically in terms of the spread of prostitution and sex trade that does not benefit an Arab Muslim country. I do not know why they are trying to categorize UAE as an Arab Muslim country. It is an Arab country with a few Muslims, but is very progressive, is very modern. They do everything. So let's, the name Muslim is not supposed to be like holy. It's just an identity. It's like if you're a Christian but you're not practicing, something like that. Okay. And then reports from Israel suggest that 8,000 Israeli traveled to Dubai to celebrate the New Year. Well, it's very obvious because plenty of they want to enjoy the new experience of a new country, and it was pretty cheap and affordable, and they can shag plenty of girls. They apparently took hashish and marijuana with them in UAE, despite its strict drug laws, with up to 20 years imprisonment and sometimes execution for convicted drug smugglers. Now, I am no expert on drugs, and I do not know what is hashish and marijuana. As far as I know, these are recreational drugs, and I do know that there are some UFC fighters that smoke marijuana, for relaxation or whatever. I don't know if these are hard drugs, but I assume it's not hard drugs. But UAE does not allow, it does not permit drugs. When I was in UAE, if anybody was found even with a small trace of drugs or whatever, they were jailed. They were jailed and deported. So this one can come as a slight shock. Okay. One Israeli who admitted to smuggling drugs into Dubai told Israel's Channel 12 that he was not worried about being arrested. Well, obviously, because Israel is a very powerful nation. Israeli passports are very powerful. They have the support of the US. So UAE, they would not want to be on the bad side. In fact, I read one article whereby an Israeli, it seems some of the Israelis have been pickpocketing. Some of them have been even trying to steal stuff from airlines. Now, this is not limited only to Israelis or speaking bad about Israelites. People are like this, from all countries. Some people just love to do this. Okay. All we did was smuggle some hashish and marijuana to celebrate New Year and get high, he explained. It isn't cocaine. They are light drugs. I don't believe we'll get into trouble. A death sentence for a few 100 grams in our suitcase. We only smoke in our hotel. Now, see, as far as I'm aware of Dubai laws, UAE laws, as long as you keep things quiet, it's okay. But, if you start bragging about it, showing off, you'll get in trouble. Now, how far what he's saying is true is a big question. I do not know how far what he's saying is true. Okay. Because if they have small amounts in a suitcase or something, they'll ignore. But if it's a big one, obviously you'll get caught. They're not going to allow this. Okay. According to an Israeli resident in Dubai, the increasing number of fellow Israelites, Israelis visiting the UAE in general and Dubai in particular, has made them think they are at home and can do whatever they want. Not necessarily. Like I said, as long as you're quiet and do your thing privately, it's okay. Most Israeli tourists in Dubai don't wear masks, don't keep social distancing, and risk receiving a very high fine. This is okay. Not wearing masks when you are in the beach or when you're in an exhibition or when you're relaxing and having a party. No, they don't wear masks. I've seen plenty of photographs and videos, private ones, which are sent to me. Don't keep social distancing. I guess it is in crowded areas. And you risk receiving high fines. Yes, you will receive high fines if you violate explicitly. About 50,000 Israelis have visited the UAE since the normalization agreement was signed in September. A new development is that tourist advertisements and posters about Dubai conceal a dark reality represented by a gang of Israeli men who set out for a new holiday destination with prostitution in mind. They fill their pockets with thousands of dollars and with little or no conscious spend their time in UAE moving from one woman to another. Why are we acting like UAE is a conscious place or UAE is a spiritual place? People come there to have a good time. So I do not know why they are making it sound as if UAE is a hub for spirituality and family life. Okay. It has become clear to any Israeli tourist in Dubai can go to any hotel to attend a party, pay $1,000 and jump in a pool of iniquity. Well, this is normal. Everyone knows about it. If you don't know, I think you must be living under a rock. All of this is happening openly while the Emirati authorities turn a blind eye to tourists spending a week in Dubai for sexual purpose. Obviously, because if they, during the course of the pandemic, if you are going to make life miserable for the tourists to come to spend money, nobody's going to come. And UK is locked. I know so many UK nationals who are in Dubai having a good time, not just for prostitution or drinks. UK is on a lockdown. People want to relax, and that is why they're going to Dubai. And the weather is also much better than the freezing winters of some of these Western countries. Okay, so Dubai is a perfect blend. Another individual involved in the sordid business in Dubai said he went to Bucharest 6 times and now believes with certainty that Dubai has become the biggest brothel in the world and its large and luxurious beach hotels. He pointed out that in the early evening, dozens of women sit on colorful chairs outside restaurants and bars around complexes. The article is biased towards portraying UAE as evil. Like I said, it is not. It is a place where people with money come to enjoy and relax. And when two consenting adults have sex or whatever for money or whatever, I don't see anything wrong with this. Okay. Data available from Israeli tourists returning from the UAE indicates that they are charged between 1,800 to 2,000 dirhams, $600. They have discovered a new meat market and operate unhindered in Emirates as if they are wandering around Bucharest, Burgas, or Bangkok. It's not a meat market. It's a place where you go to relax. So pretty biased article, I would say. An Israeli journalist who met with young men leaving for Dubai revealed that his conversations include shameful sexual statements that were hard to swallow, but reflect what is happening in UAE today. Memo: you guys do not like UAE. Okay, they can sit and eat next to a swimming pool while watching frenzied scenes of sexual activity. Okay, sexual activity does not take place openly, okay, but it does take place plenty, especially in private parties. I literally have had Emirates Airlines staff. I don't know whether they are still working with Emirates Airlines, where they had sex in the pool and guys were filming it from the window. I've seen all this, okay, and it has been shared with some of my contacts in their groups, and I deleted it. So there's nothing new about this. In fact, when the lockdown just began, I did have a video which I deleted it. I commented on this, but the airline cabin crew in question requested me to pull down the video of where the guys and girls were together. They were drinking, some of them were hugging, and one guy was feeling this girl's breasts. And I deleted this video, although I didn't show their faces. The cabin crew got in touch and they requested me to pull down the video. So I said, okay, because the point of my video is not to put anyone in trouble. So this, let's not act like this stuff doesn't happen. In fact, one of the most shocking videos that I received from UAE was in a Dubai nightclub, it was a nightclub. The girl is sitting on a chair and the guy is actually giving her oral sex. He is actually licking her down there in front of everyone, plain view. And one guy took a video, and then the security guy comes and what the fuck, So let's not act like this doesn't happen. It happens everywhere in the world, and it happens especially if you have money, alcohol, drugs, all that. Okay. This involves a mixture of alcohol, girls, and sex parties, and they can choose whatever they like on an iPad or mobile phone. Yes, in five-star hotels, you have an iPad that is given to VIP members, and there are girls who you can bid for. If there's a live bidding, these are these VIP rooms, or you get a menu of girls. Choose which girl you want for your room, especially if you are taking one of the top suites. This is one of the facilities that they offer you. I know this because a young client of mine went there, and but you need to have top dollar for this. Okay. Everything is open like a menu with pizza toppings. There are also cards offering car prostitution services in Dubai, especially with the girls of Eastern European descent who are sex workers in Dubai. Such services cost 1,000 dirhams, approximately $300. 1,000 dirhams is too cheap, man. If you go to DubaiEscorts.com or these Dubai's, massage.com, or I don't know, these .com websites, use a VPN, then you can access them. It is not. I, as far as I know, these Eastern European women, I think they come around 2,000 dirhams. I don't know if it's become competitive. So yeah, okay, if it's 1,000 dirhams, it's still cheaper there. Okay, the Israeli go to nightclubs in Dubai, he added, and there are prostitutes hanging around with everyone, which is true. They look like models, like Instagram girls with swimsuits. Yes, this is very true. Many Instagram influencers go to Dubai. I shared with you a video where um, uh, these girls, they are not prostitutes, but they register on this site. I do not know the name right now, but you can even get rich Saudi guys who will pay you up to $1 million if you allow them to, exploit your virginity, or they even like strange sexual favors, like defecate in your mouth. You have to share shit in their mouth, and they will shit in your mouth, and you have to eat shit and have sex with the animals in front of them, or threesome, foursome. They will like literally have rough sex with you. Some of them even have like you can just go to YouTube where a Mexican or I don't know, this girl, just Google search this. This girl has been asked to have sex with the guy's 13-year-old brother. And this grown ass woman is saying, okay, she's reading the DM and saying, okay, I will have sex with your 13-year-old brother. Okay. So they all meet in the lobby of hotels filled with 100 to 150 girls who work in the meat market in Dubai, like in US. I don't know, 150 girls in a reception. I've not seen that. Okay. Each person spends NIS. NIS, I think, is Israeli currency. Okay, about $15,000 a week. That's a lot of money. On a given day, I take 5 girls out with me to the hotel penthouse. Well, if you have money, why not? Israeli sex tourists have revealed that Dubai hotels host prostitutes from all over the world, including Brazil, Russia, Peru, and Bolivia, and they cost $700 a night. This is an expensive trip, and only Israelis with money can go to Dubai. Not necessarily. I know plenty of Indians also who are there. A weekend trip to Dubai costs 30,000 US dollars. Everything is expensive. Club entry is NIS 1,000 per person, and when you buy the bottles, then you can eat. Then a girl comes to you, and the night ends up costing $5,000 to $6,000. Very true. In fact, the rich millionaires, one guy who has this company, uh, it's into construction. There was this metro line named after his company, and he always talks about he's into the real estate business as well. He and his son keep going to these nightclubs. How I know this, one of the DJs performs for him, and he tells me that even though they're married, they have these young girls who are old enough to be their daughters, 5, 6 of them, and they do everything, especially in their private moments. Okay. They book and they're enjoying themselves. I've seen the nice little, it's fuzzy photographs. It's not very clear because obviously they took photographs and they were trying to keep it hidden. Okay. It's hard to believe that Dubai is witnessing the worst excess of the sex industry, but it's true. Israelis are going to Dubai like they would in Bucharest or Thailand. Only in Dubai, the price is much higher and prostitutes are found everywhere. I don't know about the pricing, but I guess it's competitive. According to a random sample of Israeli sex tourists, Dubai is now the top destination for them, which is good. At least money will come rolling in. And the number one city for sex, not too sure. I don't know about Bahrain. Bahrain, I think, was having plenty of girls. It's easier for them to travel to Dubai than to Romania, although it's more expensive. What is happening in Dubai is an extension of Israeli sex industry with prostitution apps advertising women operating in Dubai. Yes, I've seen that. By the way, there are some private apps which I did get indication about. If you sign up, you get exclusive deals, just like how they have for Amazon, Shopee, eBay, and all that. You'll get the promotion for the week or discount for the week or all that. And there are good amount of girls. I know one of the app developers who's shared with me this. I mean, it's incredible. It's just like e-commerce website where you get 20 girls and the top trending and the best, the girl of the week or best girl of the day, like a flash sale. So all that is happening. Okay. What is happening? By the way, I also know girls who are from like decent families and normal girls, but they are doing this as a hobby. They're doing this as a side business to earn some money. And if they like the guy, they will go out. And especially these girls, one of the clues is they're using Instagram. So be careful. There are a lot of scammers there. If they like you, they will tell you right on the face that, listen, I don't mind having a good time with you, provided you take care of my expenses. And there are also girls from Eastern countries like Philippines and Cambodia and all that, Vietnam. One of a sales manager, he shared this with me. He's in his 55 or something. He told me this Vietnamese girl told him, I'll come with you if you give me 2,000 for the week. Just imagine 2,000 for the week. Plus you take care of my food and a little bit of shopping. She was a hot girl. He shared with me her private photographs. They went to, I think, Ibis or the hotel near near the convention center. And he shagged her nicely for a whole week. He sent me her nude photographs and videos. So she doesn't mind as long as it's between them. But apparently he shared it with me. Okay. The UAE has become a sin city of the Gulf and one of the sex tourism capitals of the world. The fruit of normalization is that Israelis are now heavily involved in the whole shameful business. There's nothing shameful about this. It is just business as usual. And so Middle East Monitor is slightly biased towards UAE. But I think this is a good step towards making money. UAE is the Las Vegas of the Middle East. And I don't see what the problem is. So these are my thoughts about what is happening in the UAE. Let me know what are yours. Love to hear from you. And this is me signing off. You guys take care.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Machedo is the best.